Hello everyone! This is me, I am a Godo, and today I want to welcome all of you back to the Fruit Survival series, the game dev series. Okay. Okay, my sound is pretty high. What if I take my mic a little bit away from my mouth? Okay, I think this should be good. So, let's get right into it. Last time... Oh, wait. I have to show you my face, the screen, and everything. So... what we did last time, if I start... Oh, really? I have a null reference already? That's kind of crazy. Oh no, really? This is the time manager though. Okay, text updater here. Maybe it shouldn't be handling the time. Even the time field. Right? Yeah, I think it shouldn't. I'm gonna take all of that code away and just put it here. Display time as well. I'm gonna go into time manager. I can fuse these two instead of just calling an event to do on time change. Right now, it doesn't really matter if time changes, apart from like literally only yourself. Instead of new time, you can just use current time, right? Always. So display time will actually just become display. So that's good. And if I go in the text updater real quick, I don't need to add this. Okay. So literally text updater only updates the like player stats basically, right? Yeah, inventory and player stats. And here on time change doesn't even matter. Boom. Okay, I think that should still work. Because the problem that was happening, I instantly knew what it was. It's just because the time management concept was in two different files, there's no guarantee that when you called, hey, display the correct time, you know, at the beginning of the game, nothing guaranteed that this time, not this time, that the event or updating the time was actually like added, right? Because the thing is, here there was a, well, the on time change event, like this time event, it's a delegate, right? And the delegate, all that it does is you can add functions to it, and when you call the delegate, it will call all of the methods that has been added to the delegate. So it's kind of like a list of methods to be called. But if you don't load anything to it, it's null by default at the start. And here, what was happening is that it's not that I left it empty. Like it was the text updater. The text updater used to actually like add the on time change, you know, added the method to redisplay the time. which is cool, but it happens in the start method. Okay, fine, it's normal. But the time manager, it's in the start method that it called for redisplaying the time. So basically, it told another entity, hey, you, please display the time for me. The problem is, if the other entity had not run its start method before the time manager's start method, and by the way, it's kind of random which one is going to happen first, there's no like easy, automatically handled way to just say, oh, this one is first, right? Well, there may be, but I don't know, and also it's just too complicated for nothing. The time manager can handle displaying the stuff by itself. It's really not that complicated. And it doesn't need to, like, event manager, time manager, and text updater. You know, that was 3 classes used just to display the time. While now I can just put that responsibility in, you know, the class that actually updates the time anyway. So that's much easier. Okay, that being said, I mean, I could, if I wanted to, like, display the time correctly, because right now it happens in a weird fashion. Okay, so let's do that. Blah 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 blah. What am I writing? Yes, I want C# format datetime to console or something. Oh, that's cool. Wow, that's crazy. Whoa. Yo, that's so cool. So I don't even go hour or anything. I just go current time dot to dot what? dot what? Dot, yeah, okay, dot to string. Yeah, okay, so dot to string. And then when I to string it, I can just give it an actual like format. So hour, minute. So that should be good, right? Whoa, wait, what was happening? Solar clock. Oh, 24. Yeah, it's a 24-hour clock. Thank you very much. Then M, right? Minute to digit. Yo, that's cool. I like that formatting for the date time. Okay, so now if I look at it, it's a very simple way to print it, and it should print, you know, correctly, right? Also, it should not be having problems on displaying it. Now, there is a problem. Right, because I did not give it the reference. True. Okay, script holder here. You hold the time manager. That's great. That's great. Text time. Maybe the time manager should go here. Or maybe not, because text time could become different at some point. Instead of being a text, it could be, for example, sprites that just show a little clock with the end, you know, and everything. So for now, let's just do it like that. Now that it has the reference, it should actually do what I programmed it to do. It did not. Why? Oh, are you kidding me? I think I know why. Unassigned reference exception. The variable food button prefab of text updater has not been assigned. Really? Okay. Where's the text updater? It's in the stats, I think. Why don't you know the food button prefab? Why did you lose it? That's very strange. I mean, I can give it back to you, but... Oh, it's not gonna do it because I... Yeah. Oh, I think I was making modifications, yeah, outside of the thing. So text time, and then... Yeah, if you're in-game when you make the modifications, they're just forgotten about whenever you press play again, right? Or whenever you actually stop playing. Whenever you go back to the editor. Okay, so time is formatted in a very nice way now. I like that. Like a lot. And I have my things here, blah, blah, blah. If I go here, boom, I lost a lot of belly. So I can go gather fruits. And then I can like maybe gather again. Cooking is kind of long. I'm probably better off just eating the durian or something. And then eating the banana. And then going to sleep. And then I go here. Okay, I really need belly now. Gather again. I don't have much time. Banana. Banana. And then go to sleep. I can't lose that much time. No! Belly is at 0. Please. Eat banana, eat this. And coconut, they really don't give much, but I'll eat them. Okay, I can gather some fruits. Again? Okay, I can't anymore. I go to sleep. I go here. I have very little belly, but I should be fine. Go to sleep. Yay! I basically won for now because I can't go back. Okay, good. So now that this works and that time is formatted correctly, which was pretty annoying to me, now I feel ready to simply start what the stream is about, right? Beware the wolves is the title of the stream. What I mean by that basically is we're gonna do, as you can see in the post-it. Oh, the post-it is incorrect. Oh, I know why. Oh, that's annoying, right? Because, yeah, I have to move it in every window that I'm gonna be using. Oh, and now it... No. Now it won't let me do it. It's just clamping at points. They're so annoying. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna modify it really quick. Like this. And then like this. Great. That's awesome. I'm just gonna make sure that it's fine in the pause menu as well. Sure. In here as well. It's kind of annoying that they're not all in the same place, but okay, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Okay. I'm gonna stop switching overlays. It's probably dizzying for you guys. So, yep. Now. How am I going to do this? So I thought about it since yesterday, which was last stream. I thought about it. And I think I have an idea of how I want it to happen, or like how I want it to be implemented in a way that's gonna be easy to do, not necessarily that flexible, but it's gonna do the job and it's gonna be quick to implement. Okay, so the way that I was thinking about it is I just very simply, you know, in my canvas here, so I can just add another new game object or something. Create empty. And this game object, how do I call it? I can call it event pop-up. I guess. Can I zoom on the canvas? Oh, that's the game scene. I want the actual development scene. Yeah, by the way, can I just get it out? Like, time is pretty much by itself. Also, like, why is it so large? Like, this is fine. In fact, it is way too high. Yeah, why is it that high? I want it to be much smaller. Yeah, okay, maybe like this is fine. I don't understand why it does it like that, but just stay there, it doesn't matter. Okay. Now, let's say that I have pretty much in the middle of the screen something that's in the canvas, you know, the main canvas. So pretty much anything UI is loaded with the mission map scene, and it stays loaded because the mission map scene stays loaded, right? So what I'm gonna do is what I was thinking of doing is I activate it or deactivate it whenever I need to. Either that, or I was thinking maybe I can kind of the way I instantiate the inventory, right? So I have a prefab and then I just like, you know, populate a whole row with these prefabs. So like, you know, first food, second food, third food, etc. all the way until I'm done with my list. Since I know how to instantiate UI elements, I feel like I could instantiate a new pop-up every time. The reason why I might want to do this is because buttons, even if they're invisible, like visually deactivated, you also have to change their property or they're clickable or not. If you don't want them to be clickable even when they're invisible, right? Because if I can basically make the choice, like an event is happening and so, okay, first off, let's go in paint.net real quick. Like very quickly. And let's do a quick mockup, okay? So say I want to do shapes. I want a rectangle, sure. Can it be filled? Thank you very much. I don't care about the brush size. Let's say that I have a pop-up box that appears at some point. Okay, like here. And on it, there's text that is written. Like, no, not like this. You are attacked by group of wolves. Okay. What do you do? And then you could have like buttons. So I'm gonna make buttons here. Yeah, I don't know, something like that. You have like a button here. And like, let's say they're all the same color for now. Okay. You have two buttons. It doesn't really matter if they're the same length or not. It's really just a simple game prototype. So here it's like fight, for example. And here it's like fruits and run away. Okay, I don't know if it's very readable, probably not that much, but it's fine. I can probably just go with that or something. Like, nah, come on. No, yeah, that's fine. Okay, like, I understand but you know, you can read, it's fine. So, you are attacked by a group of wolves. What do you do? And then these, the green things, they're buttons that you can click. So fight or throw them some fruits and run away. Like you get options like this. Here there's only two options. Maybe you could have like 3, 4, 5, who knows how many, right? For the fruits, for example, you could have like I could have a lot more buttons, right? So I could, for example, have like one button here, then a second button here, and then like 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this could be like fight. here it could be like flight. And here it could be like, you know, throw. An apple, something like that, like throw a banana, and throw a coconut, for example, and then it could be like throw a durian. It could be this, right? So that's a lot of options, but it's basically 3 options. It's just one of them lets you choose which fruit you throw away, right? But the thing is, when you do that, all of the options, they have very different effects, and for different events, even if it's like yes or no or just something that happens, you don't have a choice. Maybe the event is like, oh, like the path you chose, like halfway through, you find yourself having to go through, thorny vines. You lose 15 HP, and you just click OK. Just thanks, I guess. So the thing is, like ideally with one of those things, you could have just like the background is always the same, and then the buttons, maybe they're just generated from a list. Like you have a list of things you want to say maybe, and then you can just generate the buttons. But then what behavior do they have, right? So, or more precisely, how do you manage your how do you manage the button effect, right? I'm just listening right now to the volume just to make sure it's fine. Yeah, it should be okay. So there are multiple ways that I thought about it, but ideally, okay, if you have a list of text elements that you have, you would have a second list, which is just like a list of effects. But what's a list of effects? Like there are methods to call? Like maybe? Who knows? Right? Like I guess they could be a list of methods to call. And a way that it could happen could be with a delegate, for example. So it's kind of like calling an event. So you just say like, oh, if button number X is called, do this, do that. It could also just be a drop down. With the index, you access parts of the list. Because I have to admit that if you click buttons, how do you know which button was clicked and stuff like that? Maybe when you create the button, you give it a callback method for when it's clicked. Yeah, it's probably possible, I guess, to do that programmatically. So either that, or for every different button that you have, or any event that you have, I mean, some buttons in different events could lead to the same thing, but you would make a prefab for that button. So the prefab could contain both the text and the effect, as in like it has a script on it, and the script does, it has an onClick method, kind of like I've done for all my hard-coded buttons, right? So far, like I just literally put a script on them, and all it did was have one method on click that could be called when the button was clicked. It's just not super efficient. Sometimes it feels like it should be handled inside another script, but it's fine. But the thing is, if I have a lot of buttons, like just for this event, I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different scripts just to have one onClick method every time, right? But at the same time, if I don't do that, and let's say I just define those as functions that can be either delegated or just, used themselves inside like the in-game event manager. Because I have the event manager, which is the event manager, the thing is like game events, right? In-game events is like, something that the player has to react to. So I would have like an in-game event manager or something. And yeah, if for every button I can have, I add one method to the in-game event manager, that's kind of a lot. I have to admit that for these, for example, they could pretty much all be in one single method, just using different arguments. That could be good. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool of an idea to just generate, like having the pop-up that exists, but to the pop-up I add children, which are buttons. And these buttons can just, you know, be stacked on it in the way I see fit. Yeah, it could be a good idea. Now, what I'm thinking about is how do you handle... How do you handle this, displaying like different buttons? That is to say, like literally where do you place them, the different buttons? Because you need an algorithm that just places them, right? So either you just do like 3, then 3, then, you know, whatever. Or if you want them to be centered, it's more complicated and everything. It's a prototype. I don't really care where they are all that much as long as they exist. So it could be that. It could be like 1, 2, and 3. And then if I have more, 1, 2, and 3. And I just say 6 buttons. It's a lot. It's actually a lot. So it's the maximum possible. So in this case, I would take, you know, like the apple here. And I would just put it like here. And then I might, you know, put the... Or I put the flight here and I put the apple here. Something like that. And then you have like 1, 2... and then 3 for the rest. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So I could do it in 2 classes if it helps me. There could be a class that's like the generating class. Basically, it would be like the pop-up class or pop-up creator class or whatever, which would activate the pop-up itself. Oops. Would activate the pop-up itself and require as argument a string for the text to display, and also 2 lists. One list of string, which would be like the text for every single button, right? And also a list of functions or delegates or however I manage to pass functions around, right? I'm not quite sure, I don't remember in C# how it works, but I'll figure it out. And yeah, it would just instantiate buttons, and giving them at runtime, when it instantiates them, it would give them a callback function that has to do with, yeah, just the function corresponding to them in the array. So the whole pop-up thing is just like, ooh, activate the pop-up, do those things. And it could also have, I guess, one method that is like deactivated. The deactivate function could destroy every single button. And then, or maybe I don't destroy them. Maybe there's just always 6 buttons and I just, you know, display however many I need and activate these, right? And then when I'm done, I just deactivate all of them, all of the buttons from being clicked, and I deactivate the main entity. Yeah, something along those lines sounds pretty good. So yeah. That's actually better because I don't have to instantiate stuff every single time. I would have to redefine a callback method to it though. Is it easily doable? If it's not easily doable, I'll just delete them and then create a new one. I really hope that I can easily, or somewhat easily, at runtime, just give them a method to be called. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Let's try it out and let's see how it goes. So, bam, 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 bam. I'm just gonna create two classes right off the bat. So they're gonna be in mission map no matter what, or in static, I guess, because they're always present. Because yeah, mission map is technically just for the scene content, right? Anything that's in static goes in static. So here I would go with a C# script, which would be in game. Can I do it like that? In game. Nah. So in-game event manager, which I can open. It's gonna be a static class, by the way. It's not a mono behavior. The mono behavior is gonna be the one that handles the pop-up. Speaking of which, I'm gonna create a new file for that. Okay, so here, C#, no, not show and explorer, what are you doing? Create C# script. And here, I'm gonna create a script for the pop-up, how do I call it? Like event or in-game event pop-up. Okay, let's go. So you're a mono behavior show, and you're gonna have a game object, which is gonna be just pop-up window, for example. Yeah, I guess I can add a start. So pop-up window equal get component game object. Not really, no. Get component with tag or something. Yeah, I'm just gonna give it like go in inspector. How do I do? Come on, I don't remember. Serialize field. That's what you do. Okay, that's cool. So that's my pop-up window, and then I could have a list, and it would be a static list, so I can just declare it right now. Game object list, and they're actually gonna be buttons or not. They're gonna be buttons, button array. Yeah, sorry, you need to know which one it is. So show potential fixes, UI elements. It's gonna be buttons with 2 T's. I went too fast. Okay, so that's cool. When it's private, I don't want to see it. Okay. So. I'm tired, but not that much. So, at the start, do I do anything? I don't know, huh? What's for sure is that I'm gonna need a public void, which is gonna be, I don't know, like display event. And here I'm gonna need a bunch of things. First off, I'm gonna need a string, which is gonna be a message. I'm also gonna need a string array of options. And then I'm gonna need a string, not a string, I'm gonna need a function array or function pointer or something, or void pointers. Right. Okay, wait. It has to be a delegate, doesn't it? Necessary keys only take you. Run the method. Bunk. String int. Okay, that's okay. I meant the name. Cool. Wow. Crazy. So it is a delegate, but yeah. Nice. Okay. So now what I would be doing is... Right. So, okay, so that's all fun and games. But... Yeah, buttons, but also the buttons, they have text. So... actually, I'm gonna do this. And here it's gonna be... text mesh pro... TM pro... text... Okay, I'm gonna stop trying to guess. And I'm just gonna get it. Text Mesh Pro UGUI. You have to know it by heart. Okay, so here it's gonna be button text. Also, I'm gonna need one of these only. Did it stop the music? Please don't stop the music. Okay. And here is... Yeah, so it's text only. And here is... yeah, I could just say like question text. Okay? So here I have the text grid and stuff. But these, I don't serialize them because I'm just gonna get them at the start. Or maybe even at awake. Right? Or not at the start because technically they're sub-entities. So. Okay. I'm gonna do... Oh yeah, you're not an array at all. Yeah, thanks. So I'm gonna do question text. Yeah, will be equal to no. Well, yes, get component, but it's pop window dot. Is it get component though? Component in children. Yeah. Then I'm gonna duplicate that and I'm gonna do button text get component in children. That's great. Okay, and not pop-up window, but actually... Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, no. What I'm gonna do is new text mesh pro UGUI array of size buttons dot length. Okay? And now I'm just gonna populate it with a quick for each. So for each var button in buttons, right? What I'm gonna do actually is button text dot add. No, not dot add range. Dot. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yeah, int I. Can I do it like in Python? I don't think I can do like in Python. This, comma int I. No, it doesn't work. I wish. I did say int I, right? So, by the way, it's gonna be like something plus I. Button text dot at position I equal to button dot get component dot game object dot. Please give me this. You have to be kidding me, right? No. Do. Oh, actually, yeah. Something button. Oh, that's why. Okay, wait. Okay, I'm just gonna copy it just in case, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that I understand my mistake now, and it was okay when it was buttons. Oh wait, no, it's not. Okay, never mind. No, it's not ambiguous. You know which one it is. Okay. That seems cool. So this is just me getting access to what I need. But this is going to be given so that he can find both these things. This is going to be given and it's going to be used to get access to this thing. Now if I'm going to have access to this and these two, this is what I truly need in the display event. Okay, if I want to display the event, what I'm going to do is pop-up window dot enable dot active. Sorry, dot set active true. True. That's the first thing I do. Just doing that should make a bunch of things appear. And then I can do for int I equals 0 as long as I is smaller than options dot length plus I. And what I will do now is I will do button GOs at position I dot set active will be true. Okay, now that it's true, I can do buttons at position I dot set enabled will be equal to true, because I will literally disable the buttons as well as making them not be displayed by making the game objects not active. I will also take the button entity itself and disable it every time. So I have to re-enable it when I activate it. And I will also button text at position I dot text will be equal now to options at position I. So I will make the text be such, and also I will add a callback dot okay. If I right click it's deprecated. So I'm gonna go see the Unity documentation right here. So if I go button, oh, okay. No? I see. Just gonna try something. Oh, I can't do that. I'm gonna have to remember the callback. Ah, that's kind of annoying. I am going to have to remember the callbacks in order to delete them. Okay, so action array callbacks. And instead of callbacks, it's gonna be previous callbacks. Quick comment because I might forget why. Memorize callbacks in order to remove them later on. Okay. Right, also, just thought about it. Question text dot text equal message. Yo, they're so good. Okay, that's cool. So I think that should be fine. Now I'm gonna need a method that's kind of like the opposite of it, right? So it's just gonna be hide. Just hide. And I'm gonna remove all of these. So the text, it doesn't matter. I don't need to reset it. I just need to set active false here, right? Oh, by the way, I guess I could change that before or something. Or no, I think I need to be active in order for me to do anything with it. Enabled will be equal to false, false, or, and here it's gonna be button, show.length. Yeah, I'm so crazy, dude. The text, I don't care. I don't need to update it. I just need to set the things to false and stuff, and previous callbacks will be equal to null. Though it kind of doesn't matter, but I'm just setting it to be this. Yeah, I shouldn't change things that don't need to be. Okay, good. I think that's a nice way to handle that stuff. So now I could probably just quickly go in the editor for fun and actually like create this pop-up. And then I can just try to, you know, call it with empty delegates and just a bunch of text and just see what it looks like in Event Manager. Or just hard code like one event that I can call on it, right? So I guess I'm gonna do it right now. So public void display sample event, you know, something like that. Actually, it needs to be static. Okay, so a static method. So I can just do in-game event manager dot display sample event, and it's just gonna, you know, show my pop-up. That is to say, you need to have a not game object but a script. So what's the name of the script? By the way, I should do serialize field, and here it should be a in-game event pop-up, which should be pop-up or something, or pop-up. Okay. Oh, it's a serialized field? I can't serialize it. Right? Yeah, I can't. It needs to have a singleton if I want to call it. Or the in-game event manager needs to be a mono behavior. But then it can't be static. That's annoying. Whoops. Control Z. I just want to check something real quick. It can. Wait, what? It's kind of crazy. Event pop-up, for example. In-game event manager, so... No, it can't. See? That's weird. Oh, it can have... Okay, I see. Yeah, no, that's... it doesn't work. One of them needs to be a mono behavior. Yeah, you're gonna be a mono behavior. I know, it can't be static. I get it. It's not gonna be static. So now you're gonna have a serialized field for real. Actually, so in-game event pop-up, pop-up. Okay. Do pop-up dot display. You kidding me? Public void display event. Oh. Yeah, of course. And now we need a bunch of things. So display event is gonna be like attacked by a group of wolves. No, this is crazy. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna do it like that or something. No, like, come on. Can't you do it? 1, 2, 3, 4, like this? Come on. Now I need an array of options. So the options for now, this is just gonna be fight and flight. Or fly. Why doesn't it work? Really? New string array? Oh my god. And now it won't even tell me what it is. It's the actions, right? So here it's gonna be new action array. Like this. Can't I just like using like system? And then after the actions, wait, there's something else? No, there's nothing else. An object reference is required. I don't get it. I don't know what you're talking about. They're crazy. Oh. Okay. Hmm. Oh, this is not static. So display and hide. Okay, so this quick update is just like for me to have a way to actually display it, right? So now what I need to do is make sure that I've got the entities in the game. And yeah, so no, that's not the right script. That's the one. Right, and you're gonna have the one here. Yeah. Right, it's not a sprite render that I need. That's great. That's good. Okay, that seems like it's well placed. I don't understand why it's not centered or anything. Why is this like that, you know? Is that the anchors or? I don't get that. Text. Oh, it's not random at all. Oh, yeah, I figured. I was like, I like this game, but only songs from, you know, from Zelda Phantom Hourglass. Okay, so button 3, it's kind of like grunt work what I'm doing right now. It's just, you know, 3 and then, you know, 4 and 5 gonna be, so. I'm copy pasting, but I'm only gonna have to do it once, so it should be fine. Oh, really? Okay. Okay, so those are my 6 buttons. Event pop-up is right there and stuff like that. Oh yeah, of course, currently the buttons are not. Oh, no, I'm gonna restart. Because the button isn't even the size I want it to be. At all. I want it to be at least like 300. And in height like 100 or something. Okay, not 100, that's way too much, but like 80 maybe? And a little bit more than that, like 350. 350. Now, the position in X. Minus 500? That's way too much. Minus 300? That's more reasonable, but it's gonna be minus 250, I think. Something like that. Or minus 200, is it fine? Yeah, I guess so. 230, maybe. 225? Yeah, 225 is perfect. Okay, so here it's good. Now I'm gonna duplicate it for real. Do. This one is button 1. And oh, this one is gonna have a bit of a position here. 100 maybe? Nope. Maybe 80. Man, that's a little high. Maybe 50. It should be fine. This one should be at minus 50. At least. Maybe even minus 60. That's 140 difference. So if I respect that difference, this one should be at minus 200. I think. Is that true? Oh, that's not quite right. But this one is at 50. This one minus 60. Maybe it could be at minus more than that. Minus 150. No, that's way too much. What am I saying? Minus 50? That's 100 different here. More than 100 that I want. 70? It's not, it's 120 different. So that would be 190. Something like that. That's cool. So they should all start deactivated, by the way. Because they need to get activated by the thing. But I'm gonna do it later on. So all of these, Control D. Nice. I'm so glad I could do it. So that's 3. Then 4. And then finally 5. Okay, and what I'm gonna do with those 3 is I'm gonna change their, not their Y, their X. So it's gonna be 225 instead of minus 225. So that's good. And the height is correct. So now that I have all these buttons, I can take them all. I'm gonna start by putting them here. Button 0, button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4, and button 5. Actually, it's the order I want them to appear in. So maybe it's like this one, then you know what I'm saying? That's 0, 1, 2. But maybe I want like 0, then 1. So maybe I want my 1 to be the element 0, right? So it's, oh yeah, I can't show you, but it starts with that one. And then if there's, because say there's only one option, it's going to be that one, it's fine. Say there's 2 options, it's going to be that one and that one, right? That one is just before the last. Then if there's 4 elements, I'm going to want that one to be the case. So that's 3. And then after 3, I want that one, which is the last one, so 5. And then the 2 last ones are going to be the one at the top, right? Oh, but they're going to appear in that order. Yeah, okay, no, fine. They're just going to be poorly positioned. Who cares? If I really wanted, I would just have an algorithm to like actually place the button in places that I want them to be in. Okay, so here it's good. Okay. Now that this is done, I'm gonna want all of the buttons to be first off deactivated. So what does it mean enabled? Does it mean interactable? Oh, this is what it means. Yeah. And then this as well. I think that's what it means. You know what? I'm actually not even gonna do that. Oh yeah, I am. It doesn't matter. Here, that's good. And the pop-up here, boom. Okay. And if I go in script holder here, pop up, you're actually this one. Okay. So here, if I start the game, okay. If I press, well, I'm just gonna go here. I press D, disappears. It couldn't get it? That's kind of weird. Now I need to fix the thing because my logic is all laid out. It's just, you know. Why couldn't you get the question text thing here? Text Mesh Pro UGUI. It's on your... I can just serialize it, you know? I don't like need to obtain it with code. It's fine if I just give it to you. I'm gonna do just that. I'm gonna make it a little simpler. I can't do the same for every single thing inside the button. I wouldn't like that, but here it's fine if I just give it some text. Like that's the text you want to use for your title. Just that is pretty good. And then for the button, I'm gonna try to do it programmatically. Okay, so at the start, it has a hard time finding the button. So line 30, and the other one is line 43. It's buttons again, right? Modal behavior for component. Classic copy paste your error online. Oh, okay, it's that simple? Why is there two different things? So .ui instead. Well, that's actually it. And here it would be dot, just dot remove all listeners. Are you kidding me? It's that simple? Oh my god. Okay, well. Whoa, what? Come on. You can do it! Oh, as the debugging process finally paid out. No. Why? What does it say? Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Okay. I see. I think I understand why. I can't call the script because it's on an inactive object. Right. What? What's that? Asset script static in-game event pop-up CS43? What? That's not what you're showing me. Right. Right. For now, I'll just ignore these. Because it's true that I'm leaving them empty. For now. Or I could just say... Whoops. How do I use this? Right. True. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to be a little more verbose about it. I don't want to click on Unity Hub, please go away. I really don't get it. I find it weird that they call this the problem when it's at line 43. We'll see. You say that, but I know for a fact that I'm getting in 2. And 2.2 means that you get to the first one and then you're wrecked. Okay. Two, 2.1, 2.2, 2.1.2. 2.1.2. 2.2.1. I mean, So 2.2, yeah, it's all 2.2s here. 0.1, so this one, and then it fucks here. So it's true, it actually just fails right at that point. Yeah. Okay. If I ignore it, does at least this work? You know, does at least this work? I said stop. Then start. If I do D, even then it doesn't work. That's crazy. 2.2.2. 2.2.2 is here. Then button.text equal options at position I, and it failed. Why? Why does it fail? Object reference not set to an instance of an object. I don't know, is it because I say new in here? Instead of actually giving it a real thing? Look, I can even save it if you want. String array. Options. Equal to this. Options. I'm gonna do something. I think I know. I think I'm just going about it wrong. When I go here, okay. I don't know why I didn't think about it before, because I had the problem like a second ago. But here I can go, for example, callback plus like why previous callback? That's kind of stupid. Okay. Well, let's go about it. I think the button is the problem and not the callback. Sure, it didn't help that I was about, you know, previous callbacks and stuff like that, where I should have called the simple callback, but line 44, they say. 44 is when I try to display it. Yep. So yeah, it's the exact problem I had before. I don't know why, like I just did a couple things and then I forgot that actually getting what I want here seems somehow to be problematic. I will try something though. I'll try something. Here. Activate. All of these buttons, by the way, since I don't activate them anymore, just activate them. Activate the button as well. Okay, just activate everything. Now I start. I can do H for hide and then D for... Ah. So yeah, the buttons don't disappear, but at least I can do this. So yeah, the problem is really when it's deactivated at first, and then fight method 1, flight method 2. It works! Okay, that's cool. Now I need to find the way to handle the way to like deactivate buttons. First off, I don't even want to see that a button exists unless it's an option that I'm actually using. For my sample example, for my sample pop-up, only 2 buttons need to appear. Now the 6 of them are, which is a big problem. And also, when I start, at the very start, everything just appears. So of course, what I can probably do is make it disappear pretty soon, right? In the start method maybe, or something. Like here, I just get the buttons, I do thing and blah, blah, blah. And once you are done with all of these, you are going to do pop-up window. Oh wait, you get the buttons and stuff. Oh, you don't even have a start method. Okay, that's cool. It will be equal to false. Okay. So just that already should help when I press start. Yeah, that helps. If I do D, it displays. If I stay here and I do H and I click, it doesn't do anything. Now it does this, now it does this. H, I click, it doesn't do anything. Now I click, it does that. Oh yeah, okay, the problem is that what's behind is also clickable. I'm gonna have to work on that. But for now, it's cool that I can display events. Now I want the rest of the buttons to not show, right? But it's the button game object that I need to, set active here. To false. It's very strange that it doesn't work. Okay, well, I'm gonna take a quick break to go to the bathroom and everything. I'm glad that I was able to manage to debug that part of it before going to the bathroom. And then I'm gonna be back, and the stream is not gonna end right now. You know, I still have at least an hour to work on all of this. Hopefully, the whole basic event system is gonna be functional, and I would like to include some, randomness at some points so that sometimes some events do pop up, right? I would like to implement that, like actual concrete examples of events that happen in the game. So be right back. I'm gonna pause you while that's happening, and see you in a couple minutes, probably like 2 or 3 minutes. Hello, hello. I am back. I took some water. Because I haven't been drinking at all for this entire stream and a little bit before as well. I tend to stay dehydrated a little too much in life. So I try to think about it. And during the stream, I am speaking a little bit, right? This stream, I was focused on debugging quite a lot, so I wasn't speaking all that much, but still, it does dry your mouth a little bit. Okay, that's good. Just gotta check something really quick. Nah, it seems to be okay. All right. Then, I'm just gonna check the volume again. Yeah, it seems fine. I mean, volume of the music is not that high, but it's okay. It's just some background music. Okay. So. Yeah, that works. It's fine. Right. Oh, I didn't even write the current objective. Just... Okay. What if when I get a button, I just deactivate it? Dot enabled. What if I tried this? Again. Why are you not set to an instance of an object here? I don't get it. You should have been able. Makes no sense. Oh, that's cool. Okay, it worked. I just want to find what part of it was necessary. It was the game object, it's not even the enabled part. Very strange. Because I did that before as well, but... Oh yes, I guess I gotta set it to inactive at the beginning. Here. Okay, let's try this. Right. That's stupid of me. Okay. So now D should display the correct event. D displays this. Now I hide. Now F. Okay, now I hide. And now... Oh no, it seems fine. You're feeling sad. Okay, method 1 is fine. Then you are attacked by a group of wolves. Fight! Method 1 and flight. Method 2. Okay, good. Yeah, that seems pretty good to me. All right. So my event manager seems quite functional. Well, the event pop-up seems quite functional. Okay, so I can really just give it, you know, a list of things that I want, right? Like a list of the names of the buttons, just the name of the thing, and a list of actions to take when you click on these actions. And it just works. You know, it just does what I want it to do. I'm wondering if I could just write a lambda method. Can I just do this? And then like debug.log Why so sad? I think it works, yeah. Maybe I don't even need this. Nope, I need it. Okay, so, you know, no arguments, and you just do this, right? And you return nothing, it's fine. Lambda expression, that's cool. I can just give a lambda expression. Now if I try it, does it work? Because this way I wouldn't have to just define a bunch of methods. Especially for those that are like, why so sad? It's never going to be used in any other event. Of course, M1, if that method, whatever it does, is used in multiple events, sure, that's useful. Flight, that's cool. I hide. I open the you are feeling sad. I click OK. Why so sad? H, nice. And now I click here. I go to sleep. Blah blah blah. I'm dying slowly, surely, and I died. Game lost. Game lost. Game lost. Multiple times. That's cool. Okay. That's nice. I like that I can do it like this. Because I can just define like one method, which is going to be like, oh, this is like event X. And here in those arguments, it's like everything happens here, right? So that's pretty cool. Kind of annoying that, you know, display set active, blah, 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 but that's cool. Yep. Or actually, what I could do is pass like a bunch of arguments here. Like I could have an array of strings, which are like a message. So messages, for example, I have messages. So I give message at position I for the event I. Then I could have, you know, like a new string. Then I could have an array of arrays of strings. So basically it would be like at position I or at position event ID, you have this array of questions or of answers, possible answers, and an array of unity actions. So basically a 2D array of unity actions. So at position event ID, all of these are the different actions that you can take. And if I don't want to have to repeat actions or anything like that, I can just actually define methods and just give them here, right? In the array of arrays. So it could just be like 3 big ass arrays that define all of my events. And then I could have, if I wanted to, like an enum, which with all the events. So I don't have to remember like the index of every event, right? I can just go with the name in the names in the enum and just give that. So instead of display sample event, it would just be display event, you know, by ID or something. Or by, you know, enum name. Or just, you know, display event, and I give as argument the enum, and then I convert it to an int every time, and I just access like arrays here and stuff. So that I think that's what I'm gonna do actually. So here, M1, M2, who cares, blah, blah, blah. I might keep them for now just for fun, but, and here instead of key up and stuff like that, like the update and, well, just the update actually, like the update is useless. What I would do is the hide sample event is whenever I call a method, I could have a method, the method hide sample, it could just go afterwards, right? So, blah, 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 blah. I'm kind of excited. Things are advancing. It's gonna be a cool event system. So, I can just go right ahead. So, I have, for example, a string array, which is going to be messages. Like this? No, but like you have the messages. For example, this. Oh, I'm gonna start one. Yeah, I realize it's yeah, fixed it for me. Like this, okay? So those are my messages, right? Then you can have an array of arrays. So it's gonna be options. New string, right? Fight or flight. Here you would have okay. Like this. Oh. Right. You can't have different sizes. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do actually. No, that was good. Oh wait, no, that's ridiculous. Like this, right? Right. Because they have different lengths. I have to do that. Okay. So it's not too bad, right? Cool. I can keep it like that. Or, you know, like this. I don't want to. And then you can have an array of Unity actions. It's kind of like that. Except that I go here and it's going to be Unity action, which is going to be callbacks. New Unity action array. Okay, the difference here is going to be M1 and 2 here. Really? You could do it? Right? So this way, that's cool. Now the only difference that I need to have, for example, it's I could have an enum. It could be public static enum, which I'm gonna call in-game events. Yeah, but 9 is stupid. So I'm gonna have like wolves, for example. Right, because enum is always static. Cool. So wolves and sad. In-game event. Event E. Here what I do is gonna be int of E, right? And that's it. That's what I do. So I actually give an in-game event. So here I'm not giving an in-game event. So I should do in-game event dot wolves, for example. And here in-game event dot sad. Okay, so D is wolves, or I can go W if I really want to, like W for wolves and S for sad. And H to hide. But the truth is, I shouldn't even have to press, right? Because, and I'm gonna do it a little bit later, I'm just gonna make sure that what I've got right now works. This array structure, right? Again, very data-oriented programming, but it's so simple. Like, it's so little code, it's very easy to understand. Methods are very small, and I just have like a big array containing like, you know, all that I need in it. And it's organized pretty neatly, so it's fine. So I'm sad. Oh, okay, I am feeling sad. Hide this, please. Oh, wolves attack. White. Light. Hide. Okay, that's good, right? It works. It does the same thing. It was just quick refactoring. This way it's going to be much easier to use. Of course, I'm going to have to define every event single-handedly and stuff like that. And if I want to use methods, you know, static void and blah, blah, blah. It should probably be close to callbacks, by the way. Like, have display event and hide and stuff, but this should be like this. And the update is just going to disappear at some point. So display and hide are going to be here, and just under that, I'm just going to have a bunch of like cool methods. Yeah, and these methods should probably be one-liners because they're going to be small methods. And even if like there's a couple lines that I'm putting on a single line, it's just going to be much easier to read. Oh. Okay. So. Cool. Could be W1 and W2. I don't know why I said it. I mean, I'm doing that for no reason. It's just for fun, but anyways, like these are probably gonna disappear. But yeah, it might become lambda, who knows. I'm gonna prioritize lambdas. Is just when I want something to happen like twice, I'm gonna, you know. Thing is, right, because hide is not static. Sorry, I'm getting a text. Okay, I'm just gonna take like 1 minute for myself, so it won't be long. I'm pausing you. Okay, sorry, I just had to reply to that text. Okay, so now I want to try something. So I'm gonna do W3, and W3 is gonna be... Okay. I want to try something. It doesn't work. Because since it's a delegate, I think you can add multiple functions to it, but... Yeah, maybe not in this case. Because it's the method group, right? That add... Like, I don't know. It creates a delegate when you just pass as an argument a single method. But it doesn't seem like you can pass two methods. It's just like, pretty much whenever I apply any action, I want to close the in-game pop-up. See, it doesn't work. Right. I don't know, I guess I could go with a singleton. I don't have a start method, do I? I don't think so. So I guess I can just go with a start method. I don't need you to tell me that it's private. I can do if instance equals null. Then instance equals this. Else destroy, not instance, but destroy game object. Pretty much it. I don't know. Yeah, that should be fine. When I start. So this can now become static simply because I can do instance dot. This can as well become static. So this is instance dot. And update is, it's fine. It doesn't have to be, it's gonna be deleted anyways. So here, if I really want to, in hide, I can call in-game event manager dot hide sample event. By the way, it's not hide sample event, it's gonna be hide event. Or even like hide pop-up or something, but yeah, let's just say hide event. Hide event. And what I can do here is there's a listener, there's a callback when it's clicked. Alright. And add hide. Okay, so every time I just add hide. I can try this. Maybe it's gonna work. Who knows? Oh, Kapala error. Okay. Let's start this. Come on, come on, come on. I can do it. Okay, so wolves attack. Ooh, fight. Oh, it didn't work, huh? Because they stack overflow? Okay, why? Okay, maybe I can't do it like that. Oh, I know. It's because the hide here false hide from the other one. But it shouldn't. It should just set it to false and that's it. And since it's at the end, like I've already done everything I had to do. It's kind of a weird flow state, but you know, I think it's gonna work. It's you know, it's some cowboy hacking technique. As they say in French, it's la pause du coyote. You fight! And I'm done. That's it. Okay, cool. So I'm taking decisions. I'm having side effects like printing to the console and stuff when I take a decision. So that's cool. That's cool. I would say that it works pretty well. Okay, because the thing that was annoying is I didn't want to have to always manually call hide event everywhere. Like here, first line, then hide event. In W1, W2, this, then hide event, then hide event. You know, it's just kind of annoying to have to do that. So instead, I just made it inherently that clicking any button at all is just gonna hide the thing. Which I think is a good idea. Okay, it's just gonna simplify a lot the way that I write things. Because the thing is, I feel like to make the game interesting, there needs to be like a pretty high variety in amount of events. So I'm like, creating a new event should be like as simple as possible. So adding a single row to 3 arrays, it's fine. Like if you can have like an entire event, that's pretty cool. Like you just code every possibility and you write every text, you know, and that's it pretty much. So I like that. Okay. All right. Yep. You know how it is. You gotta stretch a little bit from time to time. Whew. All right. Feels good. Oops. Oh, water. True. Okay. I was checking my volume at the same time to make sure that it was all right. So now, how do I go about it? Whoa. Okay, so that's pretty good. Like, I feel like I can add events pretty easily. And I shouldn't need this anymore. Okay, I should be able to have events whenever, right? So this works. Event pop-up and manager, they're okay. Now it's really about the node events, right? And eventually path events. Yeah, farming is going to be complicated. Randomized fruit appearance is fine. I guess this is what I'm working on now. Yeah, it's crazy how much I've tackled in the only this week. I really feel like with the rhythm I'm going at, it's not gonna take all that long to get through the rest of the game prototype, which is cool. Once I'm done with that prototype though, I'm gonna do other projects which are not gonna be game dev related. At least not at first, right? I have 1 or 2 projects that I would like to work on before. And then eventually I'm gonna have other, like either other game dev project, or maybe even just coming back to that one, maybe, you know, polishing it a little bit, making it more beautiful and stuff like that. But one thing that is kind of that I need, but is gonna be pretty much the last thing, is before having the fruit randomized and stuff like that, or no, just after having the fruit be randomized, here before the Pokédex, I feel like the Pokédex is actually more a nice to have than it would be necessary in a full game, but I don't think it's necessary in a prototype, right? And here, I mean, you know, full game could be like, but this is actually not absolutely necessary. I would say that it's the highest priority though, in terms of nice to have, right? Or it's probably a should have here. Probably a should have. Okay, it should have the pixel art. It would be nice to have the Pokédex, and it would be nice to have like a mission select screen and everything. And this one could even like determine what's the current list of events, right? Because there's events that are tied to a biome, like the forest and stuff like that. And there are some that are tied to like the mission itself. Like for example, at the very minimum, the event that happens when you reach the final node, right? When you get to your objective, and then like you have to bring it back. So maybe an event like before the mission finishes or something, or maybe it would just be like when you come back from the mission, like, you know, the game returns a boolean whether you succeeded or not, and if you did, it would just like display a quick like victory text, or, you know, the whatever story progression text happens at that point. But that's more macro level. It's not about the gameplay loop. That's the thing. This is not about the gameplay loop. The prototype is for the gameplay loop. The Pokédex, at the very least, has to do with the gameplay loop, but it's more like information to give to the player, right? Like, I know the game well enough so that I can probably just take notes on the side and just like have the Pokédex in my head, right? There's only 4 fruits. They don't do that much right now. Like, it's pretty simple. The pixel art, I feel like it's a should have, because it would make the game so much better. Well, the prototype at least, so much better. And also, like, I feel like if you just block out stuff and try mechanics and just like know in your head kind of what it could look like, or you have an idea about it in your head, it's not as interesting as, even if there's no like huge animations and stuff like that, just seeing like actual little pixel arts that kind of sell the feel. I feel like it really gives you a good feel for what a game can be like. So I really feel like I should do the pixel art, but I still have a couple of things to do. So first off, there's a couple of events that I want to add, right? That could be really nice. And then here, there's a couple of mechanics that I want. So yeah, the whole like backwards navigation is really important. And also, like, once I do the gardening right after, the whole point of gardening, I guess I could add it here. Yeah, but when you come back, it might like remember things about nodes. Okay, so coming back and not only the backwards navigation part of it, but also the fact that you remember the state of the nodes. Then when you farm, like it would be really cool because, yeah, when you farm, you're basically leaving stuff at your camp. So it would be a good idea that when you come back, that fruits have grown and stuff like that. Then you can have fruits get an appearance and randomize every mission. That's actually really important. The core gameplay loop kind of like assumes that every single run you have to rediscover what fruit does what, right? Kind of the main assumption of the game. Otherwise, it doesn't really work. It's kind of, Okay. Yep. I'm liking this so far. Yeah. I think it's well organized. I think I'm gonna do these. I might do this one if I still feel motivated by this particular project once I'm done with the rest here and in my work in progress, of course. And if I really feel like it, I can go for these. But the nice to haves, I feel like they would be part of a complete game. And the complete game could literally be just the prototype, but with some, maybe a little bit pixel art animations instead of just static pixel art. And just a couple things more, right? And of course, like the mission, like the main base would have to be fleshed out. And then like multiple biomes, like the story for the different things and stuff like that. But it's more like more of the same with a story that I would have to write. Like dialogue after dialogue. Maybe narration if I feel like it's necessary, but not necessarily. So yeah, there would be some decent amount of work between prototype and full game, but if I feel like it, I could reuse the same code and just make a very unoptimized game that's just like probably just a quick free game on Steam or very low price at the very least. So yeah, that's what I feel like. Is this okay? Sorry, I'm just replying to someone. Okay. So, the different events for the paths and for the node. I mean, I would need to think about it and stuff like that. Now, the thing is, what I need, the one thing that I would like to do before ending the stream if I can, is currently, I can just say like, hey, make an event appear on screen, okay? The thing is, it doesn't stop anything else. It doesn't pause the game in any way, shape, or form. And like, I'm not saying it has to necessarily, but like, I mean, kind of. Kind of. Because like, let's say you have an event that happens and it's like, ooh, like some things are blocking your path. What are you trying to do? And or just like, ooh, this is gonna make you waste a lot of time. Something along those lines. Just to say that it takes longer to do your path or that you're losing health on your path. Just being like, okay, that's it. Like, yeah. By the way, I'm just gonna write the OK event right now. It's gonna be super simple. It's gonna be dot void OK. Like here, it's like string OK or blah blah blah. Like it says OK, fine. Just like okay, or okay. It can be okay like this. I like the fact that I have an example here of what it does, but like, let's say that I just put it here, right? So here it's going to be you run away safely. And I can remove W2. It can just be W. You fight. And here you run away safely. And here is just, okay. Why is it like this? Oh, is it because I removed one too many? Or is it because there's one too many? One, two, three. What? I don't get it. I don't get it. Why doesn't it work? Oh, it's that one. Oh, okay. You were never the problem. Ugh. Good thing it's clear, right? Okay. I think that's cool. And I can just do nothing, right? So, okay, it just does nothing. Okay, cool. All right, I can remove this. Oh, I say okay, but in this case, it's just technically when you just click okay, something is going to happen. So it's not actually accurate to do it like that. But okay, it doesn't matter. Okay. So when do I want event to happen? Actually, I want events to happen pretty much anytime. Like when I walk, right, in between things, I want to be able to stop the player like right in the middle and then do the event. And when the event finishes, like resume walking all the way up to the node. And when you get to the node, then you load the scene for the campfire. I also want events to be able to happen when you get to the campfire. So maybe you get to the campfire, maybe you change the scene, and then you make the event appear. And being like, ooh, at the campfire, like things are fighting and blah blah blah. So yeah, I don't know. But the thing is, when I cook, for example, there could be an event happening when you cook or when you gather fruits, especially, and stuff like that. Like pretty much anytime you do anything, I want an event to be a possibility, right? In fact, when you gather, it could just tell you like, oh, you gather fruits, you've gathered that many, and then you say okay, and that's it. Like, and then the okay does nothing, but like gathering fruits does something, right? So yeah, I don't really know. I feel like there's so many events that can happen at so many times, right? So first off, the music has stopped, so please keep going. That's some cute music, good music. Um, how long have I been streaming for? I think I can see it in OBS. Yeah, 2 hour 45. Well, 46. Okay. I don't know. It's been a long time. Maybe I could stop streaming right now. Plus, I've got something in not even 2 hours, and I gotta, make dinner, eat dinner, and everything, and go there. So, I don't know. Do I want to take a shower beforehand or after? I don't know. So, yeah, maybe if I want to chill, play some Vampire Survivors and stuff before, I could go right now. Because the thing is, it's been a long time since I used the map navigation and the player mover and stuff. Like, it would be cool if I could just interrupt the movement, but keep in mind where I need to go and just restart it. It's a whole thing, right? It's a whole thing. And I don't right now, because like you see the player moving, right? So the thing is, at the same time, yeah, that's the thing. If I want to add events like in the middle of a path, I would probably do it like literally halfway through. But what I would do as well is, while I'm at it, I would like to make it so that that you increment time by half hours when you're walking, right? So time like actually ticks up as you're walking, like tuk 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 tuk, and then you see your belly like tuk 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 tick down at the same time, and then like tuk tuk tuk, oh, you're in the middle of the path, and then an event happens. What do? Oh, this, that, dude, oh, and then you walk tuk 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 tuk, something along those lines. So because I want to be able to pretty much take this thing that's been working as intended for ages and just add new functionalities to it, I feel like that's probably something that I should add for the next time. So pad events and blah blah blah. So in pad events, I'll do like stuff incrementally. So belly loss / time passing, as well as stopping, / time passing, and then stopping in the middle of a walk. Let's just call it walk, to trigger an event, then seamlessly start walking again. Okay, so these are things that I need to do. So path events are going to be the first ones, and then node events, there's going to be like arrival at campfire. There's going to be like when gathering. Then there's going to be when sleeping, would be interesting. When cooking, and then eventually when gardening. Okay. Okay. So yeah, that's a lot of work in progress right now. That's actually a big part of it. Once I'm done with all of these, I really feel like those are not that big, but again, like I may discover stuff as I'm doing them, so it might actually be a lot. Like this final one, I feel like I could do like in an hour at most or something. Maybe I would get bugs and stuff, but man, that seems really easy. This one, the farming thing, it feels like it's gonna be so difficult because like it's a whole thing, right? Like you grow fruits, you do things, blah blah blah. There's properties when you farm the fruits and stuff like that. Probably in foods I could add properties, right, to the fruits when it happens. And coming back to complete a mission, backwards navigation is a whole thing as well. Like remember the state of the nodes, that's actually like pretty complex, I feel like. And coming back to complete mission, backward navigation, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's not too bad. The backward navigation is not too bad, but again it touches on the mover and stuff. But it's okay, it's fine. Okay, so I feel like that's actually like even just the path events part of it is kind of a lot. So I'm gonna do that next time. And if we're done with that pretty early next time, so in less than like 2 hours, we'll see, then I can start doing node events, which should be like pretty much the same as path events, but a little less complicated. So that should go correctly. Yeah, so that being said, thank you for watching. Thank you for being there. You know, if you're watching later on, right? Because currently, obviously, like you can see the chat, nobody is there, but it's fine. What matters is that we advanced, we saw things, we did a lot of debugging today, so we did not actually add as many features as we did yesterday and the day before. Well, maybe the day before, but that was the comeback stream, so you know, it was actually pretty efficient for a comeback stream. But you know, I'm actually glad that I managed to do it because I learned a lot of things about like delegates and stuff like that, and I'm really satisfied with my in-game event manager, as well as the in-game event pop-up class. I just think it's going to be tremendously useful going forward, right? As I start to add actual like scripted events to the game, which is going to be really cool when I play with it. Because right now, of course, like it's debug buttons that spawn the thing. And I may never fix the fact that when you click on an event, like it may click on buttons behind it. Like I might want to handle it, maybe not, meh, you know? So that being said, thank you for watching, thank you for being there, and I'll see you next time, hopefully. And yeah, I mean, I don't know when I will stream, but it might be tomorrow, you know? Tomorrow is Friday for me. So it's gonna be my last day that I'm actually going to be available to work on the game dev fruit survival before I start my internship, because the whole weekend I'm completely full. I'm actually full the next weekend after that, but you know, even on the week where I start my internship, I should have some time at night, you know, after work to do this. Maybe on the first week I'm gonna feel a little bit overwhelmed and I'm not gonna want to do that. Maybe I'm gonna want to relax, especially because I'm gonna have 2 big weekends in Sandwich around there, but in a bit less than 2 weeks. So maybe like well, in about 2 weeks, right? So maybe starting on the 17th or something of this month. So in like barely under 2 weeks. Or on the 18th, you know, in 2 weeks or something like that. I should be able to do another stream, right? So I'm really gonna try during my internship to do a lot of streams, especially because during my internship, I do have one class at night, but it's not a programming class at all. And my internship, as it turns out, isn't like project management. It's not even, I'm not even gonna code, probably at all. For the whole 4 months, you know? So I feel like I'm not going to be burned out by programming at all, unlike this semester where I had 5 classes. I think only one of them contained basically no programming, but you know, I was a bit burnt out, right? I didn't want to start like working super hard on personal projects on the side. But now I feel like I'm going to be missing programming in my life if I don't do it. And this project right now, it's advancing pretty well. I like what's happening with the stream. Like this week, it's been really fun. It's been a blast. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try to keep going, you know. And pretty quick, we're gonna be done with the prototype, depending on how much I want to expand the scope if I'm having fun. And otherwise, I'm just gonna have a bunch of other projects. I actually have other personal projects that I started before I even started streaming, or just that I did on the side when I was at school and stuff like that and I couldn't stream. So these, I may just pick them up where I'm at and just keep working on them on stream, right? Like on my banner, my YouTube banner, you might be able to see there's a bit of OpenGL code, which is a graphics library to do like low-level 3D graphics. So I have a big project on that. So, you know, maybe I'll do some of that eventually on stream. So we'll see. I don't know. So now I'm actually gonna end the stream for real. I've been talking a bit about my future prospects for the channel, but now I really need to go. So yeah, until next time. I was a Godo, and I will be a Godo next time. See ya.